Okay, so now let's go ahead and jump into week 2. As always, I post a weekly announcement. Please make sure you review it before attempting any of the assignments. So let's go ahead and jump right into the weekly module for week 2. Okay, I always started out with the learning objectives for that week. Next, we have the assignment summary, which is watching the video, reviewing the Globus videos, which I highly recommend so you will be successful with the quizzes, reviewing the Globus participation guide. For the assignments, keep in mind each group has to schedule a meeting with me. Some groups have already done that. Great job. Other groups have not. So make sure you go ahead and obtain a date and time for a meeting, because obviously you only have within the first 2 weeks, and a week has already passed. And next we have a discussion board that I'll talk about here in a minute, and the decisions for the practice year 6 within Globus. The quizzes, we have 2 this week. I'll speak about that here in a second here. Let me scroll down. Within the week 2 course content, you have all the information that you need for Globus. Make sure, like I said, please review it before attempting those quizzes. If you don't, you will fail miserably. So make sure you review those. Then again, like I said, here's the assignment overview video that you're already watching, so I'll move forward. Course participation, team meeting with the instructor. Some of you jumped on the ball right away. You scheduled a meeting with me and have already met with me. Great job. Others, they have scheduled, and some teams have not even scheduled yet. Like I said, you must schedule that meeting, okay? Moving on. Globus Q&A discussion board. All I want you to do is to at least ask 2 questions within discussion boards pertaining to Globus. And then I want you to answer at least 1 question that someone else has posted. The reason why we're doing this is to get you ready for those quizzes. The quizzes are difficult. They're not easy. That's why I have this discussion board. Hopefully it will assist you with those quizzes. Moving on. The Globus quizzes. There are 2 of them. The first one, you have 120 minutes, which is the max amount of time I can give you, or I would give you more. And the second one, you have 180 minutes. Then again, the max amount of time, or I would grant you more. Because to me, it's not about memorizing, the manual for Globus. It's about getting familiar with the simulation. Okay, so I gave you a screenshot where these quizzes are within Globus. And let me go ahead and jump to Globus and show you, just in case if you're not familiar. Here's the lobby for Globus. If I click on the assignments link right here, here's your quiz 1 and here's your quiz 2. Okay, that's how you access the quizzes. Some students have already asked me, can we work on them together? Yes, you may, but with that said, everyone still has to complete those quizzes, okay? So even if you work with someone on that quiz, you have to complete it yourself. So if you want to work together, you can jump online together, open up the quizzes, ask each other for help. That's fine by me. It's really just making sure that you go over the material. It seemed from last semester, students have more trouble with quiz 2 than they did on quiz 1. Okay. With that said, I had students score very high on quiz 1 and 2, so I know it's possible if you put forth the effort. So it's not like it's impossible, but it is challenging. I'm going to forewarn you now. The upside is you put forth the work, you do well on these quizzes. That means to me that you clearly understand the simulation end. By all means, take your time. If you complete quiz 1 or quiz 2 or both, and you score very low, say you score 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or whatever, I have no problem giving you another attempt at the quiz. Just shoot me an email. Say, hey, Mr. Hensley, I want to try again. To me, that shows effort. So, hey, I have no issues with that. Now, if you do work on these quizzes with each other, keep in mind, the questions are random, and you may not even get the same question. So it's not like you both can open them up. Okay, we're on question 1. What should we answer? That's not the case. Now, with that said, I think it works better in a group setting if you work with your team members on the quizzes than alone, but that's truly up to you. Okay, moving on. Next, we have the practice round for year 6. You should be familiar with this already. It was posted last week too. So this is going to be your final decisions. You're saying, well, what do you mean by final decisions? As you're making decisions, you save your decisions. Okay, so really, truly, every decision you save is your final decision unless you change it and save a different decision. So There's no like final decision button within Globus. I'm just letting you know once the time has expired, which would be 11:59 on Sunday night, then that becomes your final decision, whatever that decision was at that given point in time. Just keep that in mind. Make sure you're reviewing all decisions. Make sure you're talking about the decisions with your team members. This is just a practice round, so have at it. Play around with the decisions. See what works, see what doesn't work for you. So we'll have practice year 6 and practice year 7. And hopefully that will be enough to get you going. So last semester, after those 2 practice rounds, majority of students had a good feel for Globus. It just became a competition between the teams. So, as always, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I've already received plenty of email. Keep them coming. I don't want you to feel like, since this is an online class, you're on your own. You are not on your own, okay? You have me as a resource. I'm really good with responding to emails. Normally, I don't even want to say 24 hours, to be honest with you. I'd say if you email me before probably 6 p.m., you're going to get email that day. If you email me after 6 p.m., you'll be guaranteed to get email that morning at the latest. You're not on your own. You should not be stressing. You should be focusing on the material, the simulation, your team members. That's what I want. So, all right, everyone, have a great week. Let me know if you need anything. Take care.